friends, my name is Kayla Rayne, and today I'm going to be recommending some books that y'all should totally pick up for nonfiction November. So November, there is a theme that many people prescribe to, and that is reading nonfiction books. Now, I am not exclusively reading nonfiction books in November, but I always make it a point to at least pick up one or two in the month of November and make an effort to read them. I personally love nonfiction books, but they kind of fall on the lower end of my TBR as I'm thinking about what I'd like to pick up and read. But then when I actually do pick up a nonfiction book, I end up loving it just as much as I would a fiction book. So I don't know why that is. But today I'm going to be making some recommendations, starting with I Am a Wonder Woman, and this is a collection of different amazing women that are put together by the editors over at Portable Press. I was sent this book for review and I have been absolutely loving it so far. So as I said, this book just shares a collection of really amazing women throughout history, and it is part nonfiction, part workbook, which I have found to be really fun. So I work with kids and I've been able to bring this book to work and kind of work through some of the different worksheets with them, teach them about really amazing kick-ass women, and I have really been enjoying this book. So as you can see, it shows a little biography of whatever woman you're reading about that day. This one in particular is Malala, and then it also has a little activity page for you to go through after you've read the biography, and it is just so fun because this is filled with so many different women and so many different activities for you to do. I highly recommend this if you have any kiddos in your life, and I highly recommend this if you just want a different experience with reading a nonfiction book, because there's some activities that go with it that are just really fun, even for a grown adult woman of 26 years old. The next book that I have to recommend is The New Jim Crow by Michelle Alexander, and as you can see, I really got into this book. Something that I really enjoyed about this book is it took an issue, and whether you are very aware of it or whether it is new to you, it gave you the information you needed to be able to articulate it in a conversation in real life, which was really helpful because this is a subject that I did know about, but I didn't know how to talk about it. And this book, I think, really helped me to talk about it, and I've been able to have productive conversations with family members, friends, and coworkers about this issue and actually have the information to back it up. And I think for many people, unfortunately, they want that information to be like, well, how do you know if this is true? Even if it's a very prevalent issue in society, like the oppression of Black Americans. But this book gave me the information I needed, so I can say, well, let me show you this book and give them the information that they need, and hopefully, and I feel like for many of the people that I have talked to, it has made them care and has made them become interested in knowing more about this and wanting to do something about it. So this book, super helpful for that. It is a sobering read. It is a very painful read, but a read that I think is important nonetheless. So if you're wanting something incredibly educational and very relevant for nonfiction November, I highly recommend The New Jim Crow by Michelle Alexander. The next book that I have is Inspired by Rachel Held Evans. I really enjoy this book. It is a nonfiction book that dives into religion, specifically Christianity. So something that I really enjoyed about this book is it takes a lot of stories from the Bible and it applies them to real life situations and how they can be relevant, and that's kind of the whole theme of the book, is being inspired by a religion to do something in the world, to make changes and see how an ancient text can still be relevant to modern times. And this is something that I think is really great if you yourself are a Christian, you're trying to figure out how to meld your political ideations, which might be more accepting and hopefully justice seeking, and trying to merge that with a very conservative Christian upbringing, which is something that I have had a very difficult time with. And something that I really liked about this book is it showed how you can seek justice, you can seek equality, you can fight for liberation of oppressed groups and still be able to hold on to a religion that might not have always taught that. And this is going to be very different for different people, but my personal upbringing in religion was very conservative and very not justice seeking. So reading this book was very helpful for me personally, and I've read other books by Rachel Held Evans that have also kind of held that message. I really enjoyed Searching for Sunday. That was a really good one. But this one, pretty solid read, and she also released a activity guide to go with it. As you can tell, I love a little activity with my nonfiction books because, you know, there's an activity book in the I Am a Wonder Woman. There are those conversations you're going to have with your family members after you read the new Jim Crow, and then there is a little guide, an activity guide that goes with this book that you can download off of the internet. The next book that I have to share is A Quick and Easy Guide to They Them Pronouns by Archie Bongiovanni and Tristan Jimerson. This is a really cute little graphic novel that shows the importance of using correct pronouns for people and also how to integrate they them pronouns easily into your everyday conversation. It is written by a non-binary individual and also by a cisgender individual, and they kind of bounce back on each other's knowledge about that and have a really great discussion within this really adorable graphic novel. I found it to be very accessible. I have shared it with multiple coworkers and classmates, and I think it is a nice little book to have in your toolbox and a really great quick nonfiction November read. And the final book that I have to recommend is Body Positive Power by Megan Crabbe, and this book is about body positivity, as the title suggests. This book is written by a body positive panda on Instagram. Absolutely love her Instagram account, and I really like how fat positive she is, and I think that's a big thing about this book, is it's not just, oh, body positive power for skinny people or people who might be a little bit chubby like myself. It also includes people that are fat, and it celebrates that. It celebrates all body types and really recommends that we do the same no matter what body type we fall into. Another thing that I really enjoyed about this book is it is incredibly informational about the diet industry, which is so pervasive in American culture and many European cultures, and I'm sure in different cultures around the world, but I liked how it highlighted how pervasive it is and how dangerous it is, and showed how it links to poor self-image and self-hate and eating disorders and depression and anxiety and all these other things, and how it just kind of feeds into all these negative standards that we've created for our bodies. This book is really helpful, and I think it could be helpful for someone who is beginning a body positive journey, and it can also help people who have been through that and feel really confident about themselves, because like the new Jim Crow, it gives those statistics and that information you need to be able to have that conversation with other people and hopefully make them feel more comfortable in their bodies and make them more accepting of other people's bodies and make them aware that fat people can be comfortable in their bodies and feel sexy and wonderful and deserve the same respect that someone in a skinny body gets. But that's it for today's video. These are the incredible books that I would really like to recommend for nonfiction November. I really like reading nonfiction books, and like I said, I'm always surprised by how much I love them because I put off reading them so often. But let me know in the comment section below what book or books you will be picking up for nonfiction November, because I'm definitely always looking for more to put onto my personal TBR. As always, thank you so much for watching. Stay weird.